fantastic.
Yep.
Amazing.
This is going to seem like a big shock to a lot of people.
Except for the fact that it's happening now, but let's talk about that.
As I said earlier, expect some turbulence in this flight. Right, they have increased player health by 40% at level 70. They've increased mob damage by 40%, and they've left healing unchanged.
Healers, basically healers nerf 40%. Good.
Good, because when healers are, you know, as Matt put it, nerfed 40%, then Blizzard is able to challenge those healers in a way that is more fun to actually play. Not necessarily harder. Some people would even say easier. And that might seem very counterintuitive, but Blizzard basically, what they explain here is that if healers can very, very, very quickly heal everybody up without completely destroying their mana bar, then the only way that Blizzard can make challenging healing gameplay is by making bosses hit like a goddamn hammer, right? Yeah. So you end up with an incoming damage profile that's extremely spiky. And a time where this really hit a fever pitch was back in Siege of Orgrimmar. If I remember correctly, Disc Priest was super powerful back then, to the point where in their world first 10-man, or was it world second? I forget. One of the two. Paragon solo healed it with a Disc Priest. I believe it was that. Hang on. You know what? I'll double check. Paragon Garrosh. Yeah. But the point basically was that... Oh yeah, I think this is from the healer's perspective as well. But basically the point was that like healers were so powerful
full screen
that dropping nukes was really the only way that you could actually challenge them.
Yeah.
And then that leads to a very, very reacty form of gameplay.
It is.
Whereas what Blizzard wants for healing, and I guess when I think about how I maybe want to be a healer in this expansion, what you want is a bit of a slower pace where it's more about strategy, right? Strategically deploying your resources, controlling your mana, that sort of thing is like what makes the healing gameplay engaging, rather than just rapidly click your super powerful heals all the time.
Sorry, I just noticed the pony.
You can do many things with weak auras.
That's terrible. But yeah, no, I think you're completely right. The problem is you kind of have this, you either one-shot a player or nothing ever happens. That's the only way to do it. So now it's, you have to heal. You have to heal now, by the way. Like, wait, I have to heal? Wait, I don't just put... Because I've actually been doing some, like, 15s this week as Resto Druid.
Whoa.
It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I just press wild growth every now and again, keep life bloom on the tank, rejuve every now and again, and then just do a DPS rotation. What do you mean I don't heal? And then someone dies and I go, sorry, I couldn't move my mouse to the unit frame in the time it took them to die to heal them. Never mind, you know, like I'm pretty quick with the nature swiftness regrowth, and I'm reasonably quick with the GCD I need for, you know, a rejuve and a swift mend. But it's still like, what do you mean people being 100-0'd? Whereas if everyone was just like taking down to half HP and I had to actually double rejuve, regrowth, swift mend someone to heal them, that would make me a healer instead of a shit DPS who sometimes has to top people up. It's different in Raid, but I still think the same thing applies of healers healing more, I think is good. Obviously, that being more part of your role is important. And I know people have that issue in FF14 where it's like, unless you're doing extremely hard content, healers just don't fucking heal. Healers heal once. Like, oh yeah, what do you drop a medic at 2 and then you're done as a white mage? Or I can't remember the name of it because Sage ability names are all crazy. But whatever, they're big shield, like just big shield. Then you go, okay, well, back to pressing 1. Cool, great. And obviously that's kind of fine if you're into savage stuff or extremes, you're kind of strategizing your healing. But it's still like, I'm a healer, can I actually heal, please? So this is about and it is, I should probably talk about the fact that it's happening now, less than a month before the expansion launches.
Yes, that's
like,
aside.
What do you mean you're redesigning how the whole thing works now? Clearly they've talked about it, they wouldn't do this on a whim. They clearly talked about, yeah, this is how we're going to actually work this. This makes sense, we'll make it work. And I kind of trust them enough for that. I'd set up a couple of Holy Paladin mana problems, which is like, yeah, sure, that sounds way better, but man, you really should like announce this as like a part of your expansion to start. Like, hey, we're going to try to make healing more like healing instead of just, oh, hey, you've done loads of testing for raids. Yeah, we just changed numbers by 40%. Are we going to test them again? Nah, we'll see what happens. You're like, not exactly winning play. Although you could argue that they discovered this problem now after looking at the testing going, hang on, we should fix that, and then had the agility to fix it.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, you've just saved healing. Whereas a more cowardly Blizzard would have said, we'll see if we can fix it for 10-1. So I'm a little bit mixed on going, this is too late because it's in time, theoretically.
I know what you mean.
It all depends how it actually happens, how it actually comes out at the end. But yeah, no, healing better now.
Yeah, it would
am
move
I going to be a healer this expansion? No, because I want to actually be DPS for once in my life. But it does mean if I'm like, I actually kind of want to maybe give it a bit of a go at some point, like off spec, just go, oh yeah, this actually does feel better now. Sweet. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Because honestly, healer at the minute is Rested Druid being, I'm the person who presses Convoke every minute and otherwise doesn't think about healing. It's not very good. It's not very fun.
I wonder how it would have felt if I was playing Holy instead of Disc and Mythic Plus.
Yeah, you'd be asleep.
Interesting.
Fall asleep. You'd just be like, here's your renew, here's your mending. Right, I'm going to press smite and lie back in my chair and just smite. I love healing. It's fantastic.
Oh man.